behind closed doors. I'm a fool for your love.
Hi guys, another Geek123 here. So today's video I'm going to go through all future video game movies and we'll try and go through most info we know about them. I won't be going through Tomb Raider 2 since it doesn't look like it's happening in my opinion. It hasn't been exactly cancelled, but the first one's failure and people's droppings out of the film without any replacements and no comment about the sequel ever since it was announced before the film came out. I just think it will get cancelled eventually. Sonic movie also won't be on the list since I went through all the info about that movie on the channel and most people know everything about it anyway. So let's get into the list. So first, the Call of Duty franchise. On November 6, 2015, before the release of Black Ops 3, The Hollywood Reporter reported that Activision Blizzard started a production studio called Activision Blizzard Studios, which are planning a live-action universe based around the Call of Duty games, and planned for the first one to release this exact year, 2019. On February 16th, 2018, it was announced Stefano Sollima would direct, and then days later he told Metro UK he was considering Tom Hardy and Chris Pines for the leads. He also said in the interview with Film Slash, he stated that the film would be a soldier movie more than a war movie. But you must be thinking, it must be cancelled since it obviously is not releasing this year. Well, it seems not, because it's been rumoured behind the scenes that the script is ready and will start filming this spring for a 2020 or 2021 release date. Even though it hasn't been announced, which yes, could be rumours, so it still couldn't happen. But still mustn't be true because it's been announced that Joe Robert Cole, writer of Black Panther, has been put on to write a sequel already, even though this supposed filming hasn't even started. It's been said as well throughout since the announcement that this franchise is aiming to tell stories of the MCU, creating these characters with many storylines that team up. No casting or release date has been announced yet, but it seems like the casting must have been done because filming should be starting soon, so we can see this movie. I'm not sure if this movie is going to be bad or not, since it has some good creators around this project, but will it be as good as MCU? Probably not. The next game getting a movie is the very popular Minecraft. You must be thinking, come on, how are they going to make a movie with this type of game? Well, a plot has been leaked and it seems like it's going to be about a teenage girl, and maybe a boy as well, which in my guess could be named Alex and Steve, end up in a blocky world, Minecraft, where she or they have to find a way home while getting chased by an ender dragon. This film is also the last script to be held by Joel Messick, a brilliant writer who tragically died from suicide. The film was announced to maybe be happening on February 28th, 2014 by Notch, the creator of the game, when he was posting it on Twitter after it was leaked that Mojang just had a partnership with Warner Bros. For movies. The script was also started on March 2nd, 2014 behind the scenes. On October 8th, 2014, Vu, sorry if I didn't pronounce that right, stated that the movie was going to be a large budget movie and said if work went well it could be released by 2018. But problems did happen. Sean Levy, who was put as director, left. Writers also left at the same time due to scheduling conflicts. Rob McCleffy, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, was then put as a replacement as director. On June 27, 2016, Minecraft the movie was announced as the title by a picture of script being changed, by a script being released, with its original release date May 24th, 2019, with Jason Fuchs, again, I'm not good with names, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, put as writer. But before you ask where did it go, on August 3rd, 2018, the director and new writer again dropped out all of a sudden, but the duo Aaron and Adam Nee replaced them, with the release date being pushed back to an anonymous date. But on January 3rd, 2019, while Jim Burney was announced as head of the film's visuals, it was also announced that the writers and directors dropped out once again, with Peter Sollett replacing. John Berg and John Spiatz, sorry I pronounced that wrong, were also put as producers. Finally, on April 16th this year, it was announced the film is fully back on track and released on March 4th as a live action film. I forgot to put it on the script, I'm totally sorry. I think it's next year or 2021 it's going to be coming out on that day. I think it's 2021. If I'm wrong, you'll see it on the screen now. I don't think, in my opinion, as much as I love this game, that this movie won't work. It has many problems, and in my opinion, the plot sounds too simple for trying to make an open world game without a plot have one. Next is Uncharted, the very popular game series, for its story about their character Nathan Drake. The plot has been expected to be a prequel to the games based on a young Nathan Drake, and it's been rumoured to be inspired by the sequence in Uncharted 3. It also has been confirmed to be R-rated. According to rumours as well, Chris Hemsworth, Matthew McConaughey, Chris Pine and Woody Harrelson have been shortlisted to be somewhat younger versions of one of the actors could be a younger version of Sully, Nathan's mentor. Tom Holland, the famous Spider-Man actor, has also been cast as a young Drake officially. The production hasn't been announced, neither the director nor the writers, but the film has been rumoured to start filming. I think this might be a good movie since there has been a good casting of Holland, while it's not totally focusing on the game, but to create a somewhat origin to the famous character. Last of Us, the popular game, with just as popular sequel, is getting its own movie as well. On November 25th, 2013, Sony just suggested the film might be getting made. On March 6, 2014, it was then announced the film was happening and was getting made by Screen Gems. Evan Wells, Christopher Balestra, Bruce Staley and Neil Druckmann, who were big workers on the games, are producers, with their very popular Sam Raimi producing as well. It was also confirmed on March 13, 2014 that Druckmann would also write, and he was also put as director. Eventually on April 4, 2016, he said in an interview with IGN that he hadn't progressed over a year. Raimi also said the same thing in November, and said it was almost back on track with the possible 2018 release. Maisie Williams was also rumoured to play Ellie in it. Eventually in February 2018, Druckmann left the project, saying it wasn't going to work at all because the production was hell, with the development and in his opinion, the game's probably not going to work as a movie. But he would continue working with the games, but the game's movie was still in development, however. For all of this, I think the film will either be cancelled eventually or really be bad telling it, the story, by people that made the game drop out saying it won't work. Also, it's still in development after 2018 without any news about a replacement, which is very odd. Finally, we have Watch Dogs. Variety reported Ubisoft were making this film, the Assassin's Creed film that's already released, a Far Cry one and a Raven Rabbids one. I've not mentioned the Raven Rabbids one or Far Cry because it has a similar one to this, similar type of development than this, other than, well, a couple of things. Columbia Pictures and New Legacy were also making this movie. Ever since it hasn't had any information, however, people think it'll be cancelled with other planned films, like the Raven Rabbids and the Far Cry one, because since Assassin's Creed failed, but Ender Gadget, I think that's their name, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, said that Ubisoft are still making the movie, which I personally don't believe, thinking it will either be a really bad movie again or just get cancelled by the way they've handled it since Assassin's Creed failed and no news has been out since 2013 about the film, and neither with the Far Cry one and Raven Rabbids one. I don't think these are going to happen, but still they're planned to happen. So guys, that was the list of all upcoming video game movies that have been announced. I think I only said one or two of the films in this list could be good, and not just good, it's not like brilliant or anything. They haven't worked in the past. I don't think there's been one video game movie that's fully worked. Detective Pikachu that came out early this year, based on a video game. Yeah, it's not really a video game movie, however. The focus on a game's plot, but it's an anime as well, so you can tell that they've took elements from that. But that's the only one that I would say is the only somewhat good video game movie. I think it's just, many videos have said this, I think the only problem with video game movies being a thing is because they take away elements that only video games can have. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that type of thing. And what are your thoughts on these planned movies? And what are your thoughts on video game movies in general? So thank you guys for watching. Peace.
Hold up.